Hi guys, Daz here with another comic book haul. This time it's episode 60, but it feels like episode 2000 because I've filmed this quite a few times already and I've run out of space after basically completing it. I know a lot of us, we've all done it, haven't we? But boy oh boy is it testing. But like I say, this is my long overdue Birmingham Comic Con haul. Yeah, my pickups, my signed books, my pictures. It was a great day at the MCM Con. I had tickets for the Saturday and the Sunday, but in the end, I only ended up going on the Saturday because basically I'd spent out and I'd done everything I wanted to. I'd met the artists and met the celebs. Came away with 35 books. I didn't think I had that many, but they add up, don't they? Pound here, pound there. But I've picked up some pretty good stealth boys. I've got a couple of big boy books, very low grade, be warned, but they're mine, and I'd like to share it with you. First up, though, I would like to shout out three channels that have been supporting me and always leave nice comments. I'm at 666 subscribers right now, which is fantastic. If you like what you see with my amateur productions, please subscribe, like, and all that jazz. I'd like to shout out Jam Sessions. Great guy. We've been chatting for some time now. He's been a long time supporter. Pop Your Culture with Snizzle Pop. He's a new guy on the block, but got some good content, and we have some nice banter back and forth. And finally, Skylanders and Comics Nerds 793. Again, pretty new to the community, but a good guy, and we've had some pretty good discussions. So give him a shout out, give him a look, sub him up. They deserve it. Okay. So, like I say, let's start with the celebrities. And there was numerous celebrities there. There were guys from Game of Thrones. I think there was the voice actor of Ash, from Pokemon. There was the voice actors of Mario. There was one or two good guests. But the ones I was most excited for, and I was surprised that they were both there coming out of such a hot show, were a couple of cast members from the Umbrella Academy. Yeah, fantastic show. I know a lot of you guys out there like it too. I would love to have found the free comic book day, but I wasn't prepared to pay like 70 quid for what is essentially a free comic. Couldn't find one anyway. But it was a shame because as well as the actors, there was one of the artists were there that worked on that book. So that would have been nice. But hence, I paid for a selfie and a picture with each of them. First up, we have the actress Emmy. Can't think of her second name though. It eludes me. Who was the actress who played Rumour. Basically, Rumour can make you do things you don't want to do just by whispering, sort of thing. And the second person I met was the big guy in the gorilla suit, Tom Hopper, who plays Luther. And I don't think he needs a suit because this guy is enormous. Real nice guy. Bill, he works out for sure. But he was telling me how hot and sweaty he was in this suit. And they're about to start filming season 2 very, very soon. So thrilled for that. Big Umbrella Academy fan, as is my daughter. She got into it through Gerald Way. She was a My Chemical Romance fan. That was the celebs. Brilliant. Like I said, I've had some photos taken that I will post them up on Instagram. I also had a ton of photos taken with the artists. Now, normally they have one or two artists at tops, but this time they had 5 or 6 that were. I'd already met one of them, but I met 4 others. First was a guy who worked on Image Comics' Secret Identity, and this was Ilas Kyriazis. That is the name there, and there he signed it. Secret Identities from Image Comics. Not a bad read. I feel like you always have to read them in case they ask you about the book and you ain't got a clue and you just feel like a fool then. But a guy that a lot of you probably know was there, came over from America. Really nice guy, spoke in great depth with me. I actually showed him some of my daughter's artwork, and he was impressed. He said she was advanced for being 16 and So I showed her some of her superhero characters with Deadpool and a Joker and things like that. And I know he has to say that because he's got to keep it kind of sweet. But he seemed very genuine. At the end of the day, he's not getting paid by me to talk like that, and he signed a ton of books for me. He's well known for Silver Surfer for one. So I've got some issues of that signed. This is issue 61, minor key. As you can see, the guy in question, Ron Mars. Ron Mars. Again, I had a lovely photo with Ron. This is the first appearance of the collection agency. Just a minor key. Signed that one. Then Ron Mars signed issue 69. The first appearance of the Morgue, the Executioner. I felt terrible taking so many books for him to sign, but he said actually people have taken actual long boxes and he's just sat there and signed the whole lot. Wow. Issue 71, just a random issue I found the other day. But if they're free, I'm going to make the most of it. Had this book for some time. This is Ion, Guardian of the Universe. Again, signed by Ron. This is the first appearance of the Green Lantern, Garmin Vid. I was delighted to get this issue signed. This is a great read. And the sig really pops on this one. This is Green Lantern, issue 50. Nice key. This is from 1994. Look at that. Love it. Yeah, this is the first appearance of Parallax, who was, of course, the villain in the Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds. I was a fan of it. I know not everybody liked it, but I liked it. But in this one, Harold Jordan is Parallax. Great book. Quite shocking to see Sinestro and one of my favourites, Kilowog, killed off. And we got issue 71 signed. This is the cameo of Graven. Now it says that Graven first appears in the next issue, but at the end of this issue, you certainly see the character. And then 82, he signed. This is the again the first cameo of Fatality, who was Yura Simrel. Again, right at the end of the book. Issue 104, just an old issue I picked up. But like I say, if they're free, make the most of it. This one looks nice on the book. Issue 110, the first appearance of Effigy. Delighted to get this one signed because this was a hot comic book alert very recently. This is Secret Files and Origins JSA issue 1. Again, there's the sig, looks lovely. And this is the first appearance of Hawk Girl, Kendra Saunders. And Kendra Saunders, Hawk Girl, this is the second Hawk Girl, appeared in The Flash, The Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, you know, the CW network. And it's also the death of Sandman, Wesley Dodds. But it's also the first time the character, you see Atom Smasher in his suit. This is Atom Smasher at the back here. I think he previously appeared in All-Star Squadron issue 25. I think as Nuklon. And then he becomes Atom Smasher in this issue. Good book. Then the last two he signed for me I was absolutely delighted with because it's everyone's dream to see this at the cinema. We know it'll never happen, but one of my all-time favourite reads. I entered a competition once and said, like, if I could see any comic book made into a film, this would be it. And that is DC versus Marvel, issue 1. Nice looking sig right down the middle there, look. Delighted. He's actually in a photo with one of these issues, which I'll share on Instagram, like I said. And then he signed issue 3 as well, which he worked on. So delighted with that. That is a great 4-issue miniseries. Then I met another artist, Jeff Darrow. He actually he signed the interiors on this book because he did a few of the pages inside. But he signed Daredevil issue 500 for me. And then he signed a key issue for me as well. This is a good book. This is probably a £40 to £50 book. I only paid £4 for mine. It's got a few ticks, but presents okay. It's all there. This is Dark Horse Presents issue 4. And this is the first appearance of Resident Alien. Resident Alien is going to be getting his own TV show on the Sci-Fi Channel, I believe. And it is from Alan Tudyk, you know, who is currently in Doom Patrol. See, there's the first story of Resident Alien. That was a great read as well. But Jeff Darrow did the back cover of this book, and there he signed it, look. So that was a nice little sig. My final book I got signed, this was a nice guy, is Michael D'Analis. And Michael D'Analis did the artwork for a book I really enjoyed, actually, from Boom Studios that has been optioned. And in fact, Michael has read four scripts for this, so it's definitely on its way. But he said they kept getting changed because they were trying to get, the book's about teens in a school, and they were trying to get away from that teen element. And he said the concept didn't work, so they've rewritten it, and it's coming by all accounts. And that story is The Woods. That's a nice looking sig too. Again, you'll see the photo of the guy pulling a funny face, actually, with the book on Instagram that I will be posting. Okay, on to the books finally. Starting with just a few cheap run fillers, and then we work our way up. First up, for 50 pence, these three. Big fan of Arrow. This is issue 4 of the CW series. When I get a chance to pick up that run, I slowly do. I'm nearly there now, I only need 1 or 2 issues. Issue 6, like I say, 50 pence. I've actually met Stephen Amell. Got a photo and a signature with the guy. But if I ever met him again, I might get him to sign this book, or certainly one of the Arrow books. This is issue 8. Good guy. He's surprisingly tall. Very soft spoken, but giant. I must be short. I'm only about 5'10 and a half, 5'11. Right, this is a series I've been picking up slowly but surely, because you don't get a lot of my favourite character. If you know my channel, Jessica Jones is my favourite character. But she appears in this series in quite in depth. This is The Pulse. And this is issue 2. Just putting that run together slowly. That was only £1. Now, every time you go to a con, you pick up a ton of books, and one of them maybe isn't what you think it is. This was the case, but do you know what? I may well keep this in my I only really collect keys, but the cover is one of my favourite ever covers, I've got to be honest. Because I'm a huge fan of this character. I've got his first appearance in Demon issue 1. And this is, I thought was issue 1 of this series, but it's in fact issue 6. There was a 1 at the top in it for me. This is Arkham Asylum, The Living Hell. Paid a couple of quid for it, but look at that cover, guys. Look at Demon popping out of his head. That's a great, great cover, guys. I may well keep that. Who knows? Just get the cover framed or something. I'd love it. Okay, I was out hunting again today for my eBay channel, basically. I put up a few books. Little plug. But whilst I was in the LCS, they had Immortal Hulk, and there was issues 15 and 16 there. But I'm just the regular covers. I'm not paying. I can't pay. I can't afford to pay out £4 a book that aren't basically key issues. I know they go for a little bit of coin, these Immortal Hulks, but I can find them. I know I can find them cheap. I managed to find issue 10. This is the variant cover to Immortal Hulk 10 for £1. And this is the Ian Hookley Conan vs Marvel Heroes cover. Like I say, I've got all the key ones. I've got 1 and 2, and number 12, and I think I've got 7 and 9. I've got quite a few, but I'm not paying cover for them. If they're there for cheap, I'll grab them. Like I say, I am a big fan of Al Ewing. Got a ton signed by him. Paid £1 for this. This is Justice League of America, issue 233. This is the first appearance of the Skulls. First appearance of Crowbar, Overmaster, Los Lobos, and Armando Ramon. Just minor key. Now, a couple of years ago, I picked up issue 1 of this because the very first CW crossover involved this alien race. And I can't remember what they were called. Was it the Durlans or something like that? Can't remember. Anyway, they first appeared in, was it issue 1 of that? Something like that. But this is issue 2 and 3 I picked up from DC Comics Prestige format. Thick books. Invasion, issue number 2. I think the year is 1988, if I'm not mistaken. Something around that kind of time period. It was only a 3-issue miniseries. Like I said, I have issue 1. This is the first appearance of Strata, who's in my encyclopedia. That was another reason to pick it up. Another one ticked off. And to go with issue 2, I paid £1.50 for that. I paid £1 for this one. This is issue 3. So I will enjoy reading that. I like Alien Invasion. Like I say, I don't go for keys, books that aren't keys normally. But for a 3-issue miniseries, now it's complete. This, again, isn't a key issue, but it ticked 2 boxes for me. I'm a big Doom Patrol fan, and my favourite series is Showcase. So I have now Showcase presents issue 96 for £1.50. Why not? It's the Doom Patrol. Pretty high grade. Can't go wrong for that, can you? Love it. Now, as you know, there's a Masters of the Universe film coming out, and I was looking for DC Comics Presents 47. I don't think, actually, I've ever seen one in person. Of all the cons I've been to, I've never seen one. So I struck out there. But I've got the next best thing. This is on the Key Collectors app, and it is a key issue. Not a massive one, it's a minor one. But this is, I'll tell you the reason I picked this up as well. Whilst I was at this vendor who sells a lot of high, low grade, but high, good keys at very low grade. Well, I'm visiting quite often because I can't afford to fork out a lot of money, but I found one of my best ever stealth buys there. And whilst I was there, you know, you're looking around expected to get the book not for that price. Well, I'll show you that book at the end. But I quickly picked up 2 other issues because I thought I've got to hide it in amongst them. He didn't know, so be it. This is New Teen Titans issue 25. Okay, and the reason I picked this up, it's pretty cool. It has a Masters of the Universe preview. And it's a good, I would say, 6 or 7 pages. Look at that. Superman comes down, has a battle with He-Man and all the gang. So that's pretty cool. Paid £3 for it. Like I say, normally I wouldn't pay £3 for that. But when you see the book I did pick up for £3, you will understand why. Okay, this is a book you might not know much about. And that is, I only paid £1. This is Impulse, issue 27. Now the reason I picked this one up, bear with me, is it might take me a minute or two, you've got to know what you're looking for in this book. It is really hard to find because it's only small. But here it is. See this here. Yes, that is the first comic book appearance of Jay and Silent Bob. Woohoo! You know you're a collector when you're searching for things like that, don't you? Like I say, Impulse issue 27. I think they might be getting another film coming out with them 2 in, from what I've been reading, so never know, might get a bit of heat. I upgraded a ton of books whilst there, just minor ones, some better than minor, but this was a minor key I upgraded for £1. This is Flash 238, and the reason I picked this up, this is the first appearance of Spin, who is Mr. Oberch, and he appeared in the Flash TV show. Talking of Flash and Arrow in the Arrowverse, pick this one up. This is another upgrade. This is Green Arrow and Black Canary, again for £1. This is a £10 book, normally. Issue 15, Green Arrow and Black Canary. This is the first appearance of Cupid, who is Carrie Cutter. Well, Carrie Cutter, this is Carrie Cutter's first appearance. In the next issue, she becomes Cupid, but you know what I'm getting at. She appeared just a few weeks back on the last season of Arrow. I think she first appeared in season 3 of Arrow. Up next, I didn't think I had this issue, but I already did. But you never know with this Perez run of Wonder Woman. This is issue 15 from 1988. First appearance of the second Silver Swan. Okay, who is Valerie Baldry. Up next, I paid £1 for this, and this is a book that's eluded me for the longest time. Again, just a minor key, but at one point this book was going crazy. I picked up the second issue at the last con, which was the first Marvel work by Donny Cates. Well, issue 3 is another key. And this is Secret Wars Battle World, issue 3. When all the rage was with Weapon H, this book was crazy. This is the first prototype of Batch H, basically the first Weapon H. The first Hulk with Wolverine claws appears in this book, guys. Okay, now on to the final pile. And this is what I think are some nice books to show. I'm trying to get through this as fast as possible. First up, for a £1.66. Again, it's just a cover buy, but it goes for some coin. 20 quid on a good day. This is Incredible Hulk, issue 441. Of course, it is a Pulp Fiction, cover homage. Never found that book before. Happy to get it for £1 and change. Been watching a lot of Mercenauts videos. Guy knows his stuff. Spends a lot of money, gets a lot of great books, but he also finds the bargains and makes me laugh. He highlighted this book. This is Punisher Warzone, issue 7. Of course, we've had Punisher the season 1 and 2. If a season 3 ever comes, this character may well be in it. For this is the first appearance of Lynn Michaels. Who's Lynn Michaels, you say? Well, Lynn Michaels, I think in the next issue, becomes the second Punisher. So it's effectively the first female Punisher and the second Punisher. You know what I'm getting at. Okay, like I said, my stealth buy at the end. I hit one book with that new Teen Titans. The other book I grabbed for £2.50. It's an upgrade. I watched the channel recently and a guy had about 20 odd copies of this. This is Legions of Superheroes, issue 298. This is the first appearance of Amethyst, who appears in a preview. As you can see here, they did a lot of previews in the 80s. And Amethyst is Princess Amaya, Princess of the Gem World. There was a bit of talk about Amethyst the other day. I was reading As Guardians of the Galaxy issue 1 last year and thought it was okay. One of my standout characters was Throg. If you ever wanted to know where Throg came from, now you know. The Mighty Thor, issue 364. This is the first appearance of Throg, who was a Thor-Frog hybrid. And then it's the first appearance of Puddlegup, who was Simon Waterson. So I think they say that Simon Waterson is the first Throg, but I don't think that's the case really. Well, anyway, Puddlegup, Simon Waterson, later wields a hammer named Frognir. I am full of this useless info. It's also the first appearance of a load more frogs. Gullywump, King Glugwort, Greensong, Bug-Eye, Dewlap, Harrican. I think that one of the villains is Ratso. And also the first appearance of Southside and Grand Thane. And of course, Thor returns to being Thor after being Throg. I was in a charity shop and a guy reached over and grabbed this book out and it bugged me because I wanted it. It was only £1 back then and it's only £1 now. Actually, I think it's £1.50 then, so I've done better. This is £1. This is DC Rebirth. This book was quite hot at one point. It's still probably a £10 book. This is Batman issue 24. Finally got it. This is where Batman proposes to Catwoman and of course never ends up marrying her. But this was quite a hot book at one point, £20 plus book. Another book that I found out on Mercenauts channel. Well, I kind of knew about it from the forums, but this I knew what covers to look for now. This was a good find because we got a Black Widow movie coming up soon. This is Mockingbird issue 1. And if you never know, they might stick in a sly little cameo. If they can put Ultimate Taskmaster in, this character might turn up. This is the first appearance of the Red Widow, who is Anna Oroyova. Okay, she appears right at the end of the book. So whether it's a cameo, I haven't read it yet, but I know she's in a couple of pages, I believe. Nice Paul Reynolds cover. Paid £1 for it, can't go wrong. None of these I spent too much on yet. They're nice little keys. This is an upgrade as well. I love the character in Iron Fist Season 2. I know it wasn't for everyone. I enjoyed it. This is Daredevil issue 254 for £1.67. The first appearance of Typhoid Mary. Nice copy. Happy enough with that. Pound and change, thank you very much. She was good in Iron Fist. Sad to see that end. This is a book I may have overpaid for, but I finally got it in the PC. It's the only copy of time I've ever seen it. I've seen 22. I've got 22. I think I've seen 23 as well, but never this one. This is for £5. Ultimate Fantastic Four, issue 21. The first appearance, finally, of the Marvel Zombies. This is where the Fantastic Four become zombies. Yeah. Finally got it. This book is crazy hot at the moment, so to get it for £1 and change, it's an upgrade on my last copy. Again, I've stuck up on eBay. Nice little plug there. This is Hulk, issue 15. Blowing up because of Immortal Hulk, of course, the first appearance of the Red She-Hulk. And this could be a 9.8. This is beautiful, this copy. Delighted to do that. I was looking through the Incredible Hulk section. Didn't realise that. I bought it and I thought, oh, I've already got it. And then I looked on eBay and I thought, yeah, you're onto a winner here, Daz. Because I put one of my copies up. This book's going crazy. I paid £3 for this. This is Incredible Hulk, issue 347. This is the first appearance of Mr. Joe Fixit, aka the Hulk. So it's the first appearance of Marlo Jones, who ends up marrying Rick Jones. So, yeah, that's a £25 book. All day at the moment. Check eBay. Delighted to finally track this one down for £1.67. They're all in that kind of range, aren't they? There is a Loki TV series coming, and it is widely speculated that we are going to be getting this character in Thor issue 617, the first appearance of Kid Loki. Yes, apparently they're saying that Tom Hiddleston will narrate a lot of it, and Kid Loki will be in it. Well, that's Kid Loki in this book. This was a nice upgrade as well. Read this book as well. Enjoyed it. This is, again, £1.67. Web of Spider-Man, issue 36. The first appearance of Tombstone, who is Lonnie Lincoln. And he recently appeared in the Into the Spider-Verse animated feature. And he was voiced by the guy who plays Tobias Whale. I didn't know if you knew that on Black Lightning. It's also the first appearance of the second Tarantula, who is Luis Alvarez. Nice graded book. Finally found a copy I'm kind of happy with. I've seen ratty copies. Every time I go in the Iron Man section, it's missing. Guy had it on for £9. I ended up paying £7. Yeah, I would rather have paid £5, you know me, but I'm happy to get it. This is Iron Man, issue 219. Of course, this is the first appearance of the Ghost, who was the villain in Ant-Man and the Wasp. I didn't enjoy Ant-Man and the Wasp that much, and I thought she was pretty lame. Of course, in this book, it's a male, but in the film, it was a female, and didn't think much of the character, to be honest. But the Ghost is now in my PC. Now, like I say, you have to really know your books while you were there, because even the filler issues were £5 and £10. It was doing my head in, trying to find good deals. And one of these guys, he's the most expensive guy you'll ever find. And he was moaning all the way through. Oh, it was great. I was listening to him. At one point, there was a guy stood next to me looking through the boxes, and the guy said, the seller says, oh look, there's another one. No intention of buying, just damaging my books. And the guy next to me could clearly hear this, just walked off. And another guy walks past with one of these mystery boxes you can buy from the stores. Like, he said, go on, open it. I dare you. He said, well, go on, open it. So the guy sort of felt pressure into opened it. He said, I told you, look, it's rubbish in that box, rubbish. You spent 20 quid when you could have had a couple of comics off of me for that. And he just shook his head and walked off. Oh, well, anyway, the guy had a ton of overpriced books, slabs. I think 5 tables there cost £2,000 or something like that. Wow, that's how much he was selling. But he only sold one slab when I was there. Anyway, I looked through his pound boxes, and because he had 2 pound boxes, but they were garbage issues, except for this one. This was a winner chicken dinner. because I don't know how many of you know about this. I feel like a proper collector now. I should have got it signed because the voice actor was there. This is from Marvel Comics. This is Blip, issue number 1. Is it issue number 1? I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. Could be. Anyway, even if it ain't. This is the first appearance of Mario Brothers and Donkey Kong in comic books. Oh yeah. Let's have a quick look at them. The Mario Brothers and Donkey Kong. Look at them guys. The first time they ever appeared in comics. I'm going to find out now. I've got to find out, haven't I? Yeah, it's issue 1 of Blip from 1983, guys. So to get that past the guy who thinks he knows his comics, I was patting myself on the back there. Because that's a £20 book. On a good day, I've seen them go for as much as 50. Crazy stuff. Delighted to add that. I've never seen that before. I've seen it on a couple of American channels. Now this was a lovely find for £1. My only independent book of the entire trip. Don't get me wrong, I was looking for indies, but I found this finally. This is still a £30 to £40 book. There is going to be a movie very soon called Dogtown. I paid £1 for this book. This is Body Bags, issue number 1 from Dark Horse Comics. Yeah, and there is a film going to be called Dogtown coming out, and it is based on Body Bags, and it is going to star Dave Bautista, you know, Drax. He's going to be playing the lead character, Clownface. Yeah, as well as the Clownface, is also the first appearance of Panda. Basically, it's a father and daughter contract killers spill blood and bicker in this violent series. Brilliant. It was optioned in June of 2018. It's in production by all accounts. Body Bags. Delighted with that for £1. So, we move on. And like I say, I picked up a couple of Silver Age books. They are good keys. They are nice keys, but they are low grade. When I say low grade, they're barely on one staple. But they present okay. You know, barely on one staple. There's a bit of a tear on the inside on one of the pages. On this first issue, I'm going to show you the center pages are detached. So it's maybe a 1.4, something like that. But it's mine. The guy had it on for 25. I ended up paying 18. I'm glad to own it because I love the villain. Love the villain in the MCU. This is Fantastic Four, issue 53, guys. Yes, mine. Low grade better than low grade. This is the second appearance of Black Panther. Yeah, it's a pence copy. But what I'm most excited about is this is the first appearance and origin of Ulysses Claw, played by Andy Serkis in the MCU. So to get that, like I say, it doesn't present too badly, does it? I think it presents okay. For 18 quid, to get a nice copy of that, normally you're paying 100, so never seen the book before. And my big pickup of the con, again, it is low grade, barely on one staple, but it's mine. Guy had it on for 75. Now, I think I may have overpaid for it, but I still think I could get my money back and then some, and that's the most important. What do they call it, GPA or something like that? Anyway, guy said 75. I said, I can't pay that. I can't. As much as I want the book, you know. Because again, I've never seen this affordable in my range. I said, I can't do it. He said 65. I said, no, not happening, mate. I said, what's the best you can offer me? He said, I looked at it, I said, 55. And then I said, let's have another look at it. And then I looked again. I can't, mate. I said, 50 is my final offer. He went, oh, I said, if I only just put it, this is the first hour of the con or whatever, you know. Oh, go on then, because he's dealt with me before. He's come to Gloucester and all sorts. Anyway, it is what it is. I paid 50 quid for it. It is a mega key. I got Fantastic Four issue 45 the first appearance of the Inhumans. This is the first appearance of the Inhumans, the first appearance in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but then they went on to have their shocking own TV series. It's the first appearance of Crystal, the first appearance of Karnak, the first appearance of Triton, the first appearance of Lockjaw. You get the first cameo at the end of this of the big guy himself, Black Bolt, who was Blackagar Boltago. Now don't get me wrong, look at it. It's missing a bit here. But besides that, it presents okay. Did I overpay for 50? Possibly. I would have been happier with 40. But it's another big key in my collection. But you know what? I wasn't happy. I still wasn't happy. So I looked through his other books and I said, can you throw this book in as well? This is a £10 book. He went, oh really? So I've gone from 75 down to 50 and I've had a £10 book thrown in. And he threw in this book, Old School Bronze Age, Invaders, issue number 7. The first appearance of Union Jack. Yeah, nice one. First appearance of Union Jack is Lord James Montgomery Falsworth. So it's the first appearance of Baron Blood, the Freedom's 5, the Crimson Cavalier, Silver Squire, Sir Steele. It's got the Doctor Strange Marvel value stamp in it. So it's got a lot of things going for it. A lot of people tend to think that the next issue, Invaders 8, is the first appearance of Union Jack because he's on the front cover in his suit. But no, this is the book. So, like I say, that sweetened the pot. But I still wasn't happy. So I go on to my last book now. And I'm looking through these long boxes. And, well, the short boxes actually. You didn't have too many comics. But this is unbelievable. I found for £3. My final book. My second copy. And it's a nice copy. Omega Man number 3. What a stealth find. Woo-hoo-hoo! The first appearance of the evil. Well, he's not evil. The intergalactic bounty hunter Lobo. Yeah, so for £3. Wow, I have to say, this one guy came over with a slab. I think he had about a 9.4. He said, I've just bought this for £70. It's in pretty good nick. Look at it. £70. He said, I've been after Lobo forever. He said, I can never find it. I said, I couldn't help myself. I said, you should have looked over there. I just got it for £3. He couldn't believe it. Now, is this a 9.4? Maybe not, but it ain't far away. It ain't far away, guys. So, that's it. That's my con. Under 40 minutes. I knew it was going to be a long one. I hope you enjoyed it. Some good books there. And of course, I'm going to see Shazam at the weekend. So he's my sponsor along with Batman. And then we've got Hellboy in the week as well, I think. Exciting times. Thanks to everyone who stayed with me this long, both in subs and in watching this. Thanks. That's over now. Bye for now.